late model
prevailed and takes home the checkers here at Knoxville Raceway.
Checker flag is out for Spangler as he come across the line here.
The 217 coming off of 4. It'll be hit.
Coming there off 3 and 4. Salas gets win number 2 tonight.
Randy Shreves from 19th to victory.
The corners 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win. It's going to be Shreves getting the win.
He sees the checkered flag win. Give it to William Watson.
Yo, yo, yo. Tune in. Don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. Cue the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV, ready to bring you a little bit of Thursday Night Thunder. And tonight, Connor, we get to go play in some Pennsylvania clay, the best clay in the United States of America. And man, we are going to have a good show tonight.
Yes, we are. I'm just trying to update training paints, but I've heard we have enough numbers for a last chance, a B main. So a great car count to end off the year is, I'm pretty sure this is the last points race, correct?
Yeah. Speaking of, that's a good lead in because, and it's funny, you did that by accident, but that's where we were going next. Clay Christopherson has a 14-point lead over Sam Bachman. Let me take a little closer look because Grandy, I mean, he's kind of in the picture, 23 points out. So, I mean, Grandy, he's got a snowball's chance here. Never know what could happen. And Connor mentioned full field tonight. You're seeing 24 drivers show up on the timing screen. 3 guys haven't put in a time. So, 27 drivers. And there you see Sammy. He just put one in. So, now you'll see 25. But 3 drivers going to go home tonight, so it's more important than ever, Connor, I'd say, to keep this thing on the racetrack in the heat race, and, man, make sure you're in that top 4.
Yeah, it is for sure. Here, I love this place. It is treacherous just with the drop-off there. But when you could be 10 seconds off, and the leader, if it's around the top, he can make a mistake at any point, so it's almost just surviving your own race while other people and let them make mistakes.
Now it's pretty quiet here, and oh, that's awesome. William's on his way home, and he's registered for the room. I guarantee you that was a wife register. I have used my old lady for that as well, and that is awesome to hear, William. Pretty cool. I mean, either way, you'll make it in time for the B main, I think. And I don't know if that 88's really in jeopardy of or I guess not the 88 anymore, 23 now, in jeopardy of going home. But we'll see here. Connor, before you go out there, I won't bug you too much while you're qualifying, but based off what I saw there, do you think there's going to be a favorite line here? I mean, I saw guys using that outside already. Normally in the small blocks, I like to think it's that, low inside slider line, but, I mean, different strokes for different folks here.
Yeah, I think you can get away with both. Just with the top right now, it's slicked off quite a bit up there, so at least you got a bunch of tack still on the bottom, but the momentum's definitely nice up there.
Well,
So I
Grandy,
think first lap will be around the top.
yeah, and you know that outlap, it's got to be around the top. So Grandy ran the outlap around the top. Now through 1 and 2, hugs the outer rim as well. Going to roll that outside. Now he's going to throw the slider line through 3 and 4. Goes up, grabs the cushion. Lap number 1 in the books here for $100,000. It's a 15:43. Rolls the bottom now through 1 and 2. Going to give the inside a try. Let's go see what Billy Roberts has in this 99 machine. He's P2. Their lap number 1. Oh, he goes up and over. Turns 3 and 4. He's only going to get 1 lap in. Adam Flieger, we're going to listen to him here later for the Pro Late Models. The 38 comes across the charity stripe. P12 as he gets barked back a little further here. Guys continue to climb. Mike Brewer jumps up to P2. And there's the man flirting for the point lead. At the top of the chart, Sam Bachman. Showing up when it matters, and Clay Christopherson, what's he gonna do? Green sector 1, green sector 2, the 051 P4. That's your point leader, turning the heat up there. Not gonna let Sammy get it that easy. Dino comes across the stripe, P6, and well, I missed you out there, Connor. P15 though, maybe could have found a little bit more. What could we have done different out there?
Maybe a new driver. I don't know what it. I think it's just all this rust of not iRacing consistently. But I don't want to say I was pretty good when I used to run weekly. But I'd get a few wins, and now, man, it's tough. But it's a lot of fun, man, when you struggle. As weird it is to say.
Well, I know that pain as, man, it's all too familiar feeling. I may feel it later here in the Pro Lates if I can keep my butt awake and go race that thing. We'll have to see. Rounding out the field, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 25 of Brett Weslowski to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 122 of Brian Dickens to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row number 2, a set of teammates battling for the points championship. The man on the inside has a 14-point lead over that 007 on the outside, Sam Bachman, and the point leader in the 051, Clay Christopherson. Row 1 for your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. Heat race number 1 to the outside, the 518 of $100,000. Joseph Grandian starting on the pole, the 280 of Scissors, Jeffrey Sharp. All right, changes back the gap. That looks a little better. Now we get ready to go out here and play. And man, Joseph Grandy outside of row number 1. I don't know where else you'd want to put your money. I mean, obviously, Jeff starting P1, it's going to be tough to beat him. And I mean, we have a phenomenal row number 2 and a great row number 3 as well. As I kind of stuttered, my trading paint says it's working. That is not Sam Bachman's paint job unless he what are you seeing for the 007, Connor?
Let me green flag is out on the red and white scheme.
All right, well, we're reloading trading paints there. We're going to hope it gets up, but that's definitely not what we're seeing. And right away, like I said, Joseph Grandy asserts himself out front, starts on the outside, row number 1 in the lead, wasting no time as Sam Bachman in that all-gray machine. Now we get the correct paint job, slides it on the inside, moves up in front of Scissors, who cuts his way to the bottom. They make contact.
Some contact in 3 and 4, and they're both side by side down the front stretch as Bachman edges him out.
Oh, the 66 of Chad Lackey almost made it 4 wide, had to get way on the binders, but the 3 wide in front continues. Now Jeff goes up and over. He's able to keep it straight, but he's going to lose a lot of spots. And now Brian Dickens finds himself in that 4th and final transfer spot, Connor.
We might be having ourselves a battle for the lead here as Bachman's eating up the time.
reeled him in. He's there. How aggressive does he get? And now you see him blink out a little bit. It's going to be tough to get aggressive if you're blinking, Connor. We know, motor troubles can happen in real life, all sorts of malfunctions. But, man, that internet stuff, that is no fun to deal with.
No, it is not.
As
That's why you get
Grant,
yourself an Ethernet cable.
that doesn't even do it. I'm hardline. That doesn't always do it. It all depends. It's up to that internet company how
True,
bad they
true.
want to throttle you. There's 2 laps left to go. Chad Lackey trying to assert himself in the show, but Connor, you know more than I do, man. You want to make the A main here, but P5 not bad. He'll start P1 in the B main. You don't want to do anything dumb here if you're Chad Lackey as the white flag waves.
No, and you don't want to cost yourself any positions either doing something dumb. P1 starting spot on the B main, not what you want, but it's really nice.
As Grandy takes the checkered flag off of 4, he wins heat race number 1. Bachman, Christopherson, and Dickens join him in the A. Lackey, Sharp, Weslowski, Klump, and Vitale to the B. Alrighty, let's get ready. We'll take a look here. Starting lineup for heat race number 2. And, well, Connor, you're sitting out of this one, too.
I'm in the 3rd heat.
Yeah, they got you on the bench. They're going to make you wait. And, well, as you see, or no, you don't see because I clicked the race info, the leaderboard, not the starting grid. Now we'll click the correct button. William Watson is indeed back. He made it. He's going to tail the field here. Heat race number 2. Row 4 to the outside, the 074 of Peter Bryce. To the inside, the 096 of Chris Alvey. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. To the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 2 to the high side, the 390 of the big slow Mike Brewer. To the inside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. And row 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. And starting on the pole, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker. And we do not call Mike Brewer the big slow. Why did I say that? That's Devin Howard. Shame on me, man. I told Connor I was tired. It's starting to show. As the green flag's high, it's ready to fly. Heat race number 2 is underway.
The one thing you'll see here at Lernerville is the outside line will get a great start as their contact between Vecchio and the 39.
Yeah, arguably here, heat race number 2. This is for the pole position. They're going to get the run through 1 and 2 on that outlap. You see the Missile. He gets bouncing around. Mike Stryker falls back to 3rd, maybe 4th. No, boy, possibly 5th as he's on the outside. 3 wide. Brewer. Nope, he wises up, gets in line.
The slider for the lead as we're still side by side for 3rd and for the lead again.
Molyneux throws it down underneath. That was Chris Alvey who went off in the back, but the war continues here for P1. Molyneux, does he play nice or does he slide up in front of the Philly Flyer? Gives him a lane, but he's got it at the line. Then he shuts the door. Oh, the Philly Flyer gets caught in the outside gate there. No fun on the top shelf. Now 3 wide, Connor.
Giroux is just trying to... Oh, we got contact between Brewer and Stryker there. Giroux is just trying to keep that momentum up, running the top as he thinks twice about it and starts going to the bottom.
Now, yeah, you're not kidding. Right back to the bottom. And I heard that's where we were Monday night when I was gone after my lovely colonoscopy Monday morning. That, man, I sure cannot wait to have another one of those. But I heard that it was a bottom show, and with these small blocks, I talked to Clay. I expected it to go the same. I really did. And, I mean, maybe later in the big blocks, Connor, when we get that power, but I think if you can keep that thing, you know, keep the momentum on the bottom, that's going to be the place to be.
No, for sure. You can almost use that left front around the lip there where the grass meets the dirt. And it kind of hooks you and turns you nice and well.
As Bud Molyneux leads the way here, heat race number 2, the war continues behind. Butters on the outside continues to climb. That's his former teammate on the inside in the 75, who's hunting for the lead. Can he get it? Not this time. Molyneux wins heat race number 2, followed by Giroux, Butters in the wall, Stryker, Brewer. Stryker, the last card of the A, Brewer, Watson, Vecchio, Brees, and Alvey. to the B. Alrighty. Modifieds running out the field. The 1-6 of Matt Barber. Row 4 to the outside. The 207 of Terry Walters to the inside. The 028 of Joe Mossow. Row 3 to the outside. The 38 of Adam Flieger to the inside. The 035. Row 2 to the top shelf. The 513 of the Brewerton Beast. Jeff Barker to the inside. The 79 of Dean Reynolds. And row 1 for your third and final heat race here for the 358 mods. To the top shelf, the 099 of Billy Robertson starting on the pole. The 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. As you take a look to that PA sky, the green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Dino right away trying to make it 3 wide. Connor almost got a bite of the apple there too. But he's just got to stay on the bottom, and they open it up. Jeff Barker goes up and over. Maybe some contact with Dino. Couldn't tell. Connor moves himself into that 4th and final transfer spot, but he's got some company. Here comes Mr. Excitement trying to take a peek on the inside. He's there. Matt Barber on the inside trying to get in that 4th and final. He does at the line. Connor trying to go to the outside, keep her pinned here, but it's such a long way around. And man, it is slick coming off it too. He's got such a good drive going into 3 that he's able to pull back ahead, and he's got it at the line. Dino now trying to gather up the chickens on the outside. He's going up there trying to fill his basket. Connor drives it in deep, just looking for any way to clear Barber. But he stays to the inside, and the war continues. Adam Flieger behind. Oh, a little contact there as he gets loose and comes down. Terry Walters goes around. He's going to try to straighten it up. 3 laps to go. Dino trying to make any hay he can here on the high side. Now he takes a peek underneath. Mr. Wednesday Night shut the door up there. Dino says, well, I'll try it on the bottom. 2 laps to go. 2 sticks in the air. Matt Barber not going away. He's been that thorn in Connor's side all heat race here. Takes one more peek back underneath. Can't get there. White flag waves. 1 lap to go. Billy Roberts off at turn number 2 for the final time and down into 3. He's got almost a full second lead, and he's going to win heat race number 3, followed by Moore, Reynolds, and Ross. Your final car to the A, Barber, Mossow, Barker, Walters, and Flieger. To the B, Connor, you made the show.
Yeah, that was actually a really fun race. Sorry to Matt for the little bit of contact there, but man, that was a phenomenal race.
Going to be interesting to see here. We're going to take 12 guys to the A main, man, and pretty decent car is going to go home. I wouldn't want to have to race in this thing. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Rounding out the field, the 38 of Adam Flieger, row 7 to the top shelf, the 096 of Chris Alvey, to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 6 to the outside, the 207 of Terry Walters, to the inside, the 074 of Peter Bryce. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 35 of Harold Klump, to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row number 4 to the top, the 147 of Michael Vecchio, to the inside, the 25 of Brett Wieslowski. Row 3 to the high side, the 028 of Joe Mossow, the man on the low side, the 23 of Bart William Watson. Row number 2 to the top shelf, scissors in the 280. Jeff Sharp, to the inside, the 1-6 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. And row one for tonight's B main here at the Lernerville Speedway. To the outside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. And starting on the pole, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Oh, we're going around 2 laps this time. All right. Okay. They're keeping me on my toes here.
That works out because I was like a lap behind, so by the time I caught up live, I thought we were going green.
Yeah, I even went to my quote-unquote going green camera. I was ready to roll there. They threw me off, but hey, we'll do one more trip around, and it gives these guys another minute or two here to collect their thoughts. Not necessarily always a good thing here.
You said 8 are going to the future?
12. We take
Okay.
24. Yep. So, yeah, we should have 12 out of the 3 heat races. Yeah, 3 times 4. Yep. Okay,
Yep.
We're taking 12. Green flag waves. B-main is underway. And, oh, man, right away, we were 3 wide for the lead. Brewer was on the outside. Mr. Excitement doing just that, making it exciting. On the bottom, taking a swing. Here comes the 25. Big move from Weslowski. And, oh, man, somehow lived to tell the tale. But, oh, William Watson. No, that wasn't William. That was the 28 of Mossow. He clipped the outside wall, somehow kept it straight.
I think if Jeff Sharp does not keep the bottom closed, Weslowski's going to throw another huge bomb in there and hopes it sticks. Sorry.
Michael Vitale, you see him there. He straightened the car up. Couldn't tell what happened to him, but clearly spun out, contact, and, well, now he's racing up here with the leaders. Brewer goes up and over the edge. He's able to stay in a transfer spot, P11. P12 of Terry Walters right behind him, and then Chris Alvey, the first man on the outside looking in. He's a way back. He is going to need some help here, Connor.
William Watson got by Barber there for a second.
Now, how aggressive does William get? Does he want to start on the outside for the feature, or does he want the inside? That's going to be the big difference here. If he wants to start on the inside, he's going to have to go. Try to work his way around that 213. Who, like I say, right now is a lap down. Man, that's something, William, he's going to wonder, what do I got to do to get around this guy? And, I mean, you can't hate Mike for that. I mean, one mistake, couple cars back that takes out 2 or 3 cars, he could put himself back into the show, so he's going to continue to plow away here. 3 laps to go.
Chad Lackey's loving it. And now Watson, I think, finally clears them, or they're still side by side going down the backstretch.
Yeah, not going to clear him yet, but Vitale not going to race him in deep. Keeps it on the bottom, and with 2 laps to go. Oh, man, he went up there and filled the gap. Matt Barber may not like that too much, and we'll have to see if Barber lets him know about it, if he has any unpleasurable thoughts here going down the front stretch this time as the white flag waves.
Watson's catching Lackey here. I don't think he has enough time, though, as we're heading down the backstretch, final lap.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be an all for naught here. Coming up a couple laps short as the drivers roll off of 4. Lackey, Watson, Barber, Sharp, Weslowski, Barker, Mossow, Vecchio, Klump, Brewer, Brees, and Walters to the A main. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
mind. Epic fail there. I didn't have the song at the beginning here. I forgot to tell Connor here that he knows by now. Discord will mute me, so while he hears me talking, he won't hear me talking anymore because I have to silence this. Good luck, Connor. We wish you the best, brother. 23 seconds left for the boys to go tear up the clay here at the Lernerville Speedway. And we get ready to take a look at your Hawks Garage 358 Modified feature starting lineup. Rounding out the field, row 12 to the high side, the 207 of Terry Walters to the inside, the 074 of Peter Bryce. Row 11 to the high side, the 390 of Mike Brewer to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. Row 10 to the high side, the 147 of Mike Govecchio to the low side, the 028 of Joe Massau. Row 9 to the tippy top, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 25 of Brett Wazlowski. Row 8 to the high side, the 280 of Scissors, Jeff Sharp to the inside, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Row 7 to the outside, the 23 of Bart William Watson to the inside, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Row 6 to the high side, the 035 of Connor Ross to the inside, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker. Row 5 to the tip top, the 122 of Brian Dickens to the inside, the 79 of Dino, Dean Reynolds. Row 4 to the outside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield to the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 3 to the high side, the 55 of Brian Moore Sr. to the inside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. Row 2 to the outside, the 007 of Sam Bachman to the inside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. And row 1 for your season finale for your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds to the outside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. And starting on the pole, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. As the cars roll through 3 and 4, they take a look to that PA sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. RA main is underway, and we are 4 wide for P2. Bud Molyneux trying to do his best there, but he gets the door slammed shut. Now 3 wide for the lead. Grandy on the outside. Billy Roberts there on the inside. Here comes the Philly Flyer way down low. Oh, boy, you put him under the blanket here. I mean, this is nasty. Side by side, everywhere the eye can see. Dino on the bottom, trying to make it 3, almost 4 wide. That's 79 making it shine. Oh, Connor gets put up in the outside, stack up in the back. We continue. No caution flag waves. I'm telling you, my voice is already almost gone. Unbelievable what we're seeing here. Joseph Grandy out front leading the way. Billy Roberts going to work here, trying to get into P2. Oh, Bachman, he's trying to get this points championship. Remember, he's 14 points back. As the caution flag waves, caution flag number 1. And have to see what happened here. I'm not sure if Jeff Sharp, if this was before the caution. See a couple things. Oh, you can see Brian Dickens. He gets turned by the 16 there of Barber, it looked like. go back to that. We'll go up top here. Oh, no. Okay, so it was just, I mean, he didn't want to give the missile any room there. And, I mean, Striker, he was locked on there at that point. Connor, he was committed nowhere really. The 35 could go. William gets a little piece of it as well. And caution flag waves for the first time. And Connor's just now hearing me for the first time. That doesn't mean you have to talk, Connor. I just forgot to unmute Discord. So,
Like normal.
yeah. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we were going to have somebody pull down off pit road there in front of the leaders. That was a close call. It's actually Michael Vecchio coming off of pit road there, and I don't think he made the grid. This is his first time coming out on the racetrack, so he's going to be 4 laps down.
4 laps down. Yep. Maybe he didn't think he made the A or something. Had to run to the pisser. Never know.
You never know. But I do know, man, you're lucky too, Connor, actually, that I had that muted. That I forgot my voice is already almost shot, man. I don't know what kind of view you saw, brother, but it was 3-4 wide there up front, those opening 3 laps. I mean, this has been wild.
I didn't know where to go. There were just cars everywhere, and in my head, I was actually, I wonder what Zach's yelling right now.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it. I'm almost gone. I'm telling you what, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this next one. As the green flag's high, it's set to fly. We're back underway here at the Lernerville Speedway. Lap number 5. Man, I got to try to not lose my voice here, but they are right back to 3, almost 4 wide once again. Dino wedged in the middle. It looked like was that Connor who went up and over. Yellow flag flies. Now, Connor, is it telling you to get your spot back, or were you the one charged with the caution?
I think I might have been the one charged with the caution.
Okay. I was just wondering because I saw Trevor also. He got charged with an SDK incident, so I didn't know which one to click on here. Because Trevor, he actually... Oh, man. Okay. I am really surprised, Connor, that you didn't get the lucky break and get told to go back to your position. Because, man, Trevor did the same thing you did, but he towed it as quick as he could, which maybe avoided the caution, but he, you know, how sometimes here's one of the places where if you stop on pit road exit, that's what we saw there, so.
No, it told me to let the pace car by, and then I figured I better pit, because in those 5 laps, I think I got hit in every corner.
Yeah, we watched you bounce off the front stretch wall there when you kind of checked up, I want to say lap 4 or 5, whenever I was muted, and obviously nothing really you could do there, but man, it's just, it's literally, it's highway traffic out here, it seems like, because, well, what's the racetrack feel like to you, Connor? Is there, you know, a favorite line right now, like one where you'd go if you could?
Probably the middle, just to keep you, just to keep the momentum up, because the top is not the fastest, but at least the middle, you still got a ton of tack, and you can still keep your momentum up. So I think that's kind of what the general consensus is, but it's kind of just go wherever they're not now.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at. It seems like everybody needs to be in the middle, and I think that's just adding to the congestion here as the green flag waves. Grandy drops the hammer. We are back underway. Meanwhile, I'm not a mathematician, but 14 points. If Sam Bachman can go up here and get this lead from Joseph Grandy, and Clay Christopherson stays right there around P5, this is going to be close. So Bachman absolutely has to turn the wick up and go for this thing if he wants the hardware. No idea why we just heard my replay sound whenever I changed cameras. That's really weird. Hopefully it doesn't continue to do that. As Dino's stuck up on the outside, you see Butters to his inside. The missile, Mike Stryker in that 15. He's trying to creep up into the picture. As Clay throws the slide job, the 51 moves himself into P4. Putt-putt on the move as the caution flag waves. Yet again, Mike Stryker getting a piece of it. I couldn't tell. Does it start with Brewer? We'll have to see here. I won't go up top right away. Let's go to TV3. Let's see what we can see here. Okay, so Dino looked like stepped up over the edge just a little bit, and Stryker then got into his left rear. Nowhere for Brewer to go. William Watson does a great job, man. He got tagged in the right rear. That 23 locked the brakes up and kept that thing straight. And meanwhile, what is that, you in the back, Connor, just coming up on the parking lot there? Yeah. It is. They still, oh man, I watched your view. They continued to hit each other there, going down the front stretch. It's a good thing you slowed down so much, Connor.
Yeah, it was a parking lot. It was your, as a Canadian, that was my average Toronto traffic experience, so I'm used to that, right?
Now, do you think, I'm kind of stealing this question. I mean, it's kind of a tee up. I was listening to Dale Jr. Today when he was talking to Cletus a little bit. And, I could kind of see it, I guess, when I would race in real life. But do you feel when you race here on iRacing, like how you were kind of slowing up there, do you think it kind of helps you with your racecraft, your awareness, looking ahead, kind of watching what's out in front of you when you get in the car in real life? You think this helps you?
Oh, 1,000%. It definitely teaches you not to look at your hood pins, and it just gets you looking what's going on about 10 cars ahead, what's going on in this exit of the corner, where do I got to go, slow down, just go where they're not, kind of.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that as we're back underway. I mean, it just kind of helps you train that element of just looking out front, seeing what's going on, and speaking out front, the point leader running fourth right now. He'd like to be a little further up, but he's got that teammate of his right in the sights here. 2 spots up the road, the 007, Sam Bachman. He's been good, but that Kai out front, man, we don't call him $100,000 for no reason. He's about damn near perfect every time he pulls that 518 out on the racetrack, and that's what we're seeing here. I mean, the top is tough to run, and Grandy just making no mistakes. He's, in fact, cutting down a little bit off of 4, finding that little tack patch, and, I mean, it's just, you get that from lap after lap, hard work, and Grandy has put in so much time here as it's starting to pay off. Butters on the inside of Dino. Dino trying to wrap the wall. He keeps her pinned. William Watson, he's trying to join in. The 23. He goes to the outside. Butters on the treadmill, falling backwards. Oh, William clears him at the line. Now what does William decide to do? He stays in line behind his teammate in that 79 machine. Now he almost took a peek to the inside, but he had to get on the binders. Didn't want to clip Dino. Billy Roberts getting a lot closer to the 007. How hard does he choose to race Bachman? Me personally, if I'm Billy, you got to run what you got to run your deal, man. Sam, he's the one who's thinking about a championship here. You keep that on his plate, man. You run him just like you would any other race. And if Sam don't like it, that's where he needs to, fall back, cut ties, and just try to salvage some points. But he's not going to be able to do that because his teammate, the point leader, is right behind that 99 of Billy Roberts. And in fact, Putt-Putt, he may be losing some patience here. Is he going to think about a dive to the inside? Not this time. Bachman goes down there to protect as the yellow flag waves. I don't think we had a caution here. I think a car was coming off a pit road.
I'm just more
And-
surprised at the fact that the Brewertown Beast, Jeff Barker, is running the top.
Dude, Barker, I'm telling you, he's a changed man, brother. I mean, he puts me in the doghouse, no problem out there now. And not that I would, dominate Jeff by any means, but I think, he would even say I would consistently finish in front of him, and that's no longer a fact. So, Jeff, he has definitely put in the work, man. And there is some, I know you do it every now and then, Connor, but I would say overall, me, Brandon Dittmer, or Dan McLaren, we kind of rotate who's the fastest at whenever we run on Sundays. Now, Dan probably the quicker than me, or not quicker than me, but more consistent than me, I would say. I'm probably the least consistent. Dittmer, obviously, Mr. Consistency, won the championship. And I've got to check the C2C side, as it says quality poor. Dude, this is so lame. We're back up on my side. We'll hopefully C2C catches back up. If not, I'll have to reset it in between. I have no idea what that did, but see, Connor, don't even answer me, but you brought up that dang Ethernet cord. I told you it doesn't help. Drop me there real quick. It says we're back up and live, but I won't really get to know until maybe one of the drivers decide to give us a caution. We're not hoping for one of those here, because the battle heating up for second once again. Billy Roberts right there on the deck lid. And nice, Coast to Coast is back up. So you guys can hear me. It says poor quality. It will hopefully equal itself out. I don't know what happened. It shut off for about 10 or 15 seconds and then came right back up. So hopefully it stays smooth here the rest of the way, as Dino works himself up into the top 5, up 4 spots. William Watson, he's one of the hard chargers here, up 8. But you heard Connor Ross mention that 513. He's up 10 spots, man. Up the P8, the Brewerton Beast. Can he pounce on one more? He's got Bud Molyneux right in the crosshairs. William Watson, is he thinking about taking a bite here? Not this time. Keeps it in line. The 23, though, he's going to run out of time here. He's got to go. Throws it to the inside. Can't do the slide job. Dino, too quick around that tippy top. 3 laps to go. Joseph Grandy continues to lead the way. 2 laps to go, this time by the 518. As long as he keeps it on the racetrack, he should bring home a checkered flag. Unless Sam absolutely cracks the whip and finds something. We've got 1 lap to go as the white flag waves. Grandy, one heat race number 1, never look back, rolls through 3 and 4 for the final time at $100,000. Picks up another checkered flag to wrap up the season here at the Lernerville Speedway. Bachman P2, Roberts 3rd, and what I believe is your champion, Christofferson, rounding out. Or no, he's not on the podium. He's P4. Rounding out the top 5 would be Dino there. I almost shorted Dino of his top 5, but let's bring it up the way I'm supposed to here. Let's bring up the final results. William Watson, P6. Molyneux, Barker, Mossow, and more, your top 10. The rest of your field: Brewer, Sharp, Butterfield, Lackey, Ross, Klump, Barber, Stryker, Bryce, Weslowski, Vecchio, Walters, Dickens, and Giroux. All right. Let's go back. What was the really long green flag run? Either way, we'll just hit replay a couple times. We'll get over it.
Definitely top dominant, and there was no way of getting around him running over him. That was the only way I was going to get around him. And but it was good racing, bumper to bumper, and we weren't beating and banging, and I'm happy with her, and I really am.
Hang on here, Billy. 1 second. All right, everybody should have heard that, and it's back up. Okay, you were obviously racing. I have no idea what's going on, Billy, with my Streamlabs here, but a little insider baseball. It's like self-disconnecting and then coming back. Like 2 seconds later, that's the second time it did it, but we're back up, and I didn't have to do anything, so we'll continue with this interview. But, yeah, we were kind of talking about it just in case that cut out. I was saying to Billy, sometimes you got to be a lot quicker than that. The product of the racetrack is – unless you want to shove that guy off, and you knew, Billy, I think maybe you mentioned there as I was zoning out, that Sam, kind of running for the points too, that you got to watch how you race him as well. So that had to be weighing on your mind too.
Actually, I didn't even know that. But no, I mean, me and Sam ran good. Monday night, we ran the same way. Clay and Joseph, we all run good together. We don't beat and bang on each other, and it's just respect, I'm assuming. I mean, if you can't get around them, you might as well just follow them.
Yeah, and then you'll at least learn something, right? That's what I always at least try to hammer in my head, because sometimes I'm one of those guys that, I can get a big run and maybe, don't deserve the spot. The guy in front of me made a little mistake, and I'm biting off a little more than I could chew, and then you can take that time to just learn a little bit. But, man, Billy, you were quick as hell tonight, and I look forward to seeing what more you can bring throughout the rest of the night. Congrats on the P3. You got anybody you want to thank?
Of course, all my teammates over at Leadfoot Mafia, Mike, Jake, Randy, Terry, Junior, Gears Unlimited, you, Shaggy, for the broadcast, Coast to Coast for giving us a place to go, and was it Hot Garage for the sponsorship? And another thing, Shaggy, you doing Monday nights, right? Next Monday's session?
Yeah. As far as I know, yeah. I hope so, unless they fired me.
My sponsor didn't told him I wanted you, so I hope that's what we get.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I would never give away Mondays, because even, all right, let's say like they would say, okay, Zach, we don't want you to broadcast. I don't think that would happen. But man, I kind of miss racing sprint cars, so I would never do anything else on that Monday. So either they'll let me broadcast or I'll show up and race, one or the other.
All right, well, good deal.
Well, hey, good luck, Billy. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot well, I guess you're P3. You're the first person. Sorry to make this interview so long, but do you have? Is there a woman in your life that we plan on putting in the race car on Monday?
I asked her. No, I've been married for 30 years, so yeah, I asked her if she wanted to do it, but she said no.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you trying. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a pick on the field here. I got to try to set the betting lines before we go into Monday. But hey,
you might do that on spin out count. If she was on here, you'd probably win her.
All right. Well, hey, hell of a job, Billy. Good luck the rest of the way, man.
All right. Thank you.
And now we'll pull up the man in P2 who, okay, I hate congratulations, Sam. But the first thing I just got to say, when we're done here, you got to tell Clay to get his A up here. Okay. I mean, he's got to let me at least interview the champion. And I mean, Sam, he beat you by a mere 5 points. Was there anything we could have done to get the Grandy, or was he just too good up top tonight?
I mean, I started catching him a little bit, but he said he was kind of backing off a little bit because he didn't want to go over because he had a couple sketchy moments or whatever. But no, I felt like it probably would have been, I mean, if I would have caught him, it probably would have been pretty hard to pass. It would have just been a slider battle the whole time, and whoever makes a mistake is going to get caught lacking. But no, he was pretty quick all night, so it was going to be pretty hard.
Was there any thought at, maybe lifting with a couple laps to go and just running Clay off the edge, and then just bringing home P5, and then he brings home 17th and you get the trophy? Did it ever go through your head to wreck your teammate that way?
No, I mean, you know me, Shaggy. I'm a pretty nice guy, I guess you'd say that, but I definitely would not wreck one of my teammates to win a championship. It wouldn't feel good.
Yeah, but it would have been awesome for me up here to laugh about, and be able to pick on him about in the future. But I understand, it's probably better that you don't crap where you eat, I guess is the saying. You probably want to keep the team happy rather than me happy. And tonight, so far, a P2, pretty good run, man. Can we expect more in the big blocks? Do you think it's going to be tip top the whole time rather than a little bit of bottom like we saw here in the A main?
I be honest, I hope the bottom does come alive. I mean, last race it was there. We just didn't have the gear for it. But maybe these big blocks, a little more power will help power through on the bottom. And obviously we're not going to get as much practice on the track, so it won't be as slick as the last race too. So we'll have to see.
Well, hey, Sam, great season, man. It's always fun watching you guys race. You guys do it, man, so clean and so fast. It's really fun to watch, and you guys teach me a lot just watching you guys race. Great season. Congrats on the P2 in the championship and in the race. You got anybody you want to thank on a good year?
Oh, yeah, all the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He's been really working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dark Car Series, Expert Installation, Shaggy TV, Vertex Graphics, and obviously Coast to Coast for putting this on, and Joseph and Billy for a good race.
Well, hey, heck of a run, man, and tell him to get over here, because if he doesn't come over here, I'm going to your team Discord and we'll be live, so don't curse.
All right, it looks like he's actually not on anymore, but I'll message him.
Oh, my God, he would do that. That SOB.
He would.
You message him,
I'll let him
dude.
know, though.
Yeah, you message him, tell him to get here. Good job, Sammy.
Thank you.
Sam Bachman, P2, and now we bring up the belle of the ball here, who, I think Sammy said there, he catching you a little bit at the end, he felt like, but you told him you were, just kind of taking it easy. And, man, that's exactly what I saw. This thing was on rails, dude. You would check out. I mean, those restarts, first off, it was a thing of beauty. I mean, you're getting them by 3 car lengths, I think, every time, no matter where you fired. I mean, that throttle control was awesome tonight. And, I mean, from then, you could just kind of pull the leash on yourself like I think you were doing. Make sure you don't go over the edge. And, I mean, definitely your baby to lose tonight.
Yeah, I felt great the whole race, honestly. I'm usually not super good at running the top, but Lernerville, for some reason, I can tickle the top pretty good. And, there was like lap, I don't know, it was around probably lap 8 or 9 where I got into it a little wrong and thought I was going to go off, and that's when I decided to calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, and it looked like, now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but, normally 1, I think, is a problem corner for me. I enter a little too high. You can have those bumps. But didn't look like that was an issue, really, with anybody tonight. It seemed like 3 and 4 was the trickier high side corner. Is that what it felt like in the race car?
Yeah, when I went around for practice, 3 and 4 had no grip at all up top. So I knew I wasn't even going to bother hitting as high as it, because usually you want to hit as high as you can in 4 or 3 and 4, and I wasn't even bothering. I think I was entering like mid-high. But I mean, for at least for me, 1 and 2 felt pretty smooth.
Well, man, it looked smooth. Like I say, this thing, I mean, absolute rocket ship. Nobody was getting you tonight. Not if, you decided to kick it into overdrive and felt like you needed to go. It was lightning. Congrats on a great run, Joe. Way to end the season, man, with a big win here for the Hawks Garage 358 Mods. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, Aiden over at Raise the Bar, Catalytic Recovery, Hickle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highlight Cinematography, Shaggy TV, Reckless Raps, my girlfriend Olivia, all the guys at Coast to Coast for doing the broadcast. I'm hoping to hop in this big block race. As soon as that race ended, my computer crashed, and it's crashed twice so far, so I'm trying to get it loaded up.
Man, that's no good. Well, I mean, I'm definitely not one-upping you, but no, dude. My stream keeps shutting off too, Joe. It's really weird. It did it once during the A main. I want to say like 15 laps to go, and it came right back on like 2 seconds later. And then it did it during the first interview, so I'm hoping that stops as well. Hopefully we can fix our shit here before they go rolling.
Yeah, I'm registered. I think I'm registered for the race. It just keeps crashing, so I might not be able to qualify or anything, but I should be able to at least get in and race.
All right, well, I'll help you out a little bit. I'm running to the bathroom. Oh, and our points champion decided to show up, so that gives you a little more time here. Congrats on a good run, Joe. Hopefully I'm talking to you again later.
Thanks, man.
100 grand brings home the win, and man, thank God you showed up. You'd have never heard the end of this from me. I mean, boy, oh boy, you win the championship. Then it looked like you were going to dive out of here. Did you know, hey, if I can just finish one guy in between 14 points, I'll have it. You ended up winning by 5.
Oh, did I? No, I was running pretty good. I was doing a little cut down there, and I thought I was gonna get by Billy a couple times, and then a caution would come out or whatnot when I'd have a run. But no, I knew if I stayed a decent distance away from Sam, I'll be okay. I had 0x, and I didn't know if he had 0 or 2x, but no, that was a pretty fun race.
Yeah, and it was one of those things, Clay, where obviously you're kind of talking about that cut down, but I want to say maybe not the last restart, 2 restarts to go. Sam got a pretty good jump over Billy there, and there was a little bit of a gap between them in 3 and 4. Did you think about throwing that slider at all, trying to stuff it in there, or were you just a little too far back?
Yeah, probably not. The gear was so low in that fixed setup that even doing a powerhouse slider like that, you had to pretty much block them. If you missed the slider, they just drive right by you, and by a long shot. The drive off was insane up there.
Well, hey, man, I'm going to call a spade here. You did not care about this at all. I mean, as soon as, Isaac kind of quit there towards the end of the season, you were just like, hey, I'm not going to qualify. I'm just going to show up. I'm going to have fun. And, man, it translated to a damn championship. That is awesome, Clay. Well-deserved. Great season, brother. Who you want to thank before you get out of here?
All you guys for putting this on. All the guys at FTM and SWAT and Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
Short and sweet. That's why we love it, brother. You calling it quits for the night?
Yep, we got a choir concert.
Oh, well, geez, get out of here, man. You shouldn't have came back. Take it easy, Clay.
Thank you, sir.
He gets to enjoy the free concert. I get to send us the commercial, and we will be right back on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
right. Sorry I had it on the blank screen there. I had it in studio mode, and the commercial was running on the other side of the screen. You guys just don't see that side of the screen, so we won't run the full thing here. We're back, ready to go play in the Village House Coffee Big Block Modifieds. Final time this season for the boys to go play. And, well, oh, man, I didn't even think, Connor, when Grandy was telling me that stuff. Dude, he's the point leader in the big blocks. He's got how big of a gap was that again? He's got an 8-point lead over William Watson. They have an absolutely huge lead over Billy Roberts. So Billy Roberts not going to be able to go up there and lasso the top two in. But, man, hopefully $100,000 can get in here. That would be, pardon my French, but a shitty way to lose the championship.
I was going to say the exact same thing, word for word.
Man, yeah, that stinks. Especially, I mean, we're going to drive them here if we're going to try to pound the top. I mean, you still do need that throttle control, but I think this track, it's one where, you know, if you see somebody do well in a small block, you expect it to carry over into the big block.
Yeah, for sure. You just carry a lot more speed, so you just have to be careful. A lot more guys will lose it on entry. Just with the small block or the 358. I guess, yeah, that is a small block. You're just not carrying.
Guy out on the racetrack. Scissors is the first guy in the car. Starting to move. Here comes Jeff Sharp, slowly but surely. Chad Lackey's ramping. I think Jeff Sharp going to beat him out here. He's going to be the first guy we'll watch here, lap number 1. It's like always, every outlet. I mean, Jeff, he's a little lower than you probably want to be, man. You want to put those right sides right up against the rim there through 3 and 4. Build as much steam as you can. He was a little lower, like I say, than you probably want to go. But we'll see how the lap time reflects here. Sharp comes across 15:08. He is quick time. The man in P3 in points. Billy Roberts was second, gets pushed back to 5th here. As we see some more times roll in, Roberts loses the rear end a little through the center, slows down through Sector 2, and Connor Ross with a purple Sector 2. That's probably going to hurt him deep down inside hearing that. Quickest car on the track through Sector 2, but what happened in Sector 1, Connor?
I just didn't get enough. Didn't get a good enough exit there, I found. So, whatever. Faster than we are in the small block and more comfortable, so I'll take it.
Yeah, and you're getting that Zach Chapman luck too here, brother, I think, because we have 3 heat races and you stay P13, you know what that means. You're not hitting that invert. And now you get bumped back to the 14th, adding a little salt to the wound here because William Watson goes to P4. Mike Brewer, lap number 1 was P8. What's he got here? Second time around, he's quicker through Sector 2. It's not going to improve the lap time. Stays P8. And with that, qualifying comes to a close. Oh, did Grandy get in there and get quick time really quick? Yeah, he did at the end. Oh, that dirty dog. Oh, man, I missed that.
I was going to call it out because I didn't think he said anything.
No, yeah, dude, I missed that. So he comes in, no practice. I hate to say I told you so, Connor, but I told you so. You know, he's going to go out there and win that mod race. Everybody better watch out here for the big blocks. He's trying to go get a championship tonight. Rounding out the field, heat race number 1, Adam Flieger in the 38 machine. Row 3 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. To the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 2 to the top shelf, your quick time in the 518, $100,000. Joseph Grandy to the inside. The man he's battling in points with tonight. 8 points behind the 23 of William Watson. Row 1 for heat race number 1 to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. And starting on the pole, the man P3 in points, but a little too far back here tonight, Billy Roberts. Man, this is a heat race here. Top 3 dogs in it, plus Dino in the top 4. Let's see what we got as the green flag waves. Heat race number 1 is underway. Great jump there for the 79. Billy feeds in the right rear, and oh, Grandy! Oh, no, Joseph Grandy did not want it to start this way. Quick time to P7. And oh, man, Grandy going to have to pick up the pieces fast, Connor.
That is definitely not how you want to start. As William Watson looks on the bottom of Billy Roberts as he makes a pass going into 3 and 4. As Billy Roberts sends it off the top.
Yes, he does. We were locked on to Billy Roberts, not William, even though he made the pass. And, man, I saw the camera jerk off and over the track. Roberts going to lose that spot, and that could be big for Grandy, Connor. He's every spot you get here is 3 spots in the feature, starting-wise. So, if Grandy can go up here, that's a long way to Dino. I don't think he's going to get that done here as Watson rolls off of 4 this time. We get the cross flags, 4 to go. I just don't know, but if anybody can do it, man, it's going to be that 518.
Butters is going to try and chase down William Watson, but it seems like he is opening the lead ever so slightly, corner by corner.
Yeah, I don't think William's really in threat here. William will... I think he'd be the first one to admit, he does okay in the small blocks, but I would think the big block is his preferred car, and that are one of the late models. And the more power, the better for this 23. He's got a feather of a right foot, able to just master that thing, not let it spin. As Grandy has reeled in Dino, he's cut the gap down to about 1.5 seconds, but with only 1 more trip to go, here's William Watson takes the white flag. I would say, Connor, the field pretty much set here how we run.
Yeah, it definitely is. Sorry, I had a yawn there, and unless there's a last-second mistake, no, this is definitely the finishing order.
It's going to be Watson, Butters, Reynolds, 100 grand, Vecchio, Roberts, and Adam Flieger rounds out heat race number 1. Ooh, and I just remembered I have to look at my PlayStation here really quick. I'll talk to you guys while I do all this, and it'll let you open it now. I can't believe, and I hope they didn't con me for no reason, but I saw F1 this year got picked up by Apple TV, and from what I saw, it wasn't on the guide for like ESPN, so those guys got me, dang it. I subscribed to Apple TV, and, well, Connor, first F1 practice. About to start up here in a couple minutes, man. I'm pretty excited.
I have F1 or Apple TV, so I'm glad you mentioned that, because or else I would have not known that. And I don't really watch F1, to be honest with you. Just never gotten into it. I am not usually up that early because I race Friday nights, so I'm usually sleeping beauty on a Saturday. But it is pretty fun watching those guys.
Well, they race on Sundays, so nice try, Connor.
They race on Sundays?
Yes, they do. Sunday mornings.
All right.
That's why actually you guys saw the grid there. Me and Connor were talking the whole time. I'm not going to read it off. But that's actually why in Vegas they start the race at 11 a.m. 11 at night Saturday night, because it is Sunday and the rest of the world as the green flag waves. We're underway. Or the rest of the F1 world, I should say, because I don't think we don't race any further west than Vegas. That should be the furthest time behind. As Brewer out front, man, they're 3 wide for third. Connor was trying to make it work on the bottom. He's got that extra bit of power, but he's got to be nice to it to let it grab. He's clear on the outside now as he moves himself into P4. Matt Barber on the slipping side. Now he's on the bottom one more time, trying to get by Scissors here. Scissors stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Brewer to his outside. And here comes Matt Barber one more time. Brewer takes a peek for the lead. I think Vitali had it at the line. It was close. And Connor grasping at straws down there on the bottom. He moves himself up into P3. That 35 working it down there. Lifts the left front tire up over the berm. And Mike Brewer, he may got to go a little lower here if he wants to slow down that 35, but yet he leads the way as we're coming to 3 laps to play. Matt Barber trying to stick that left rear at the right rear of the 35. Just trying to pinch him down a little bit. He's there. Does Connor respect it? He gives him the room right now. He can shut the door. He does shut the door. Barber has to lick the paws here, fall back in line. He comes with a big run, trying to peek to the outside, but we're coming to the white flag this time. Mike Brewer sees it wave. One more lap to go play. Connor on the slip and slide off of 4. Him and Barber touch on corner entry. Connor wrapping it around the inside. Here is your leader, enters 3 for the final time. We see the checkered flag wave. It's going to be Brewer, Vitale, Ross holds off Barber. Sharp, Klump, and Brees rounds out the field. Can't remember. That was heat race number 2. Yep. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, you were in heat race number 3 in the first. That's what was throwing me off. Heat race number 3, final heat race of the night. Here for your Village House Coffee Big Block Modifieds, rounding out the field, the 207 of Terry Walters, row 3 to the outside, the 096 of Chris Alvey to the inside, the 25 of Brett Weslowski. Row 2 to the tippy top, the 006 of Chad Lackey. And row 1 for heat race number 3 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker, and starting on the pole, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We take a look to that PA sky. The green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway.
Moore Sr. gets a great launch on Barker as we are 3 wide for the lead going down the backstretch.
Yeah, it's almost like Barker wanted to set him up for that, look for the cut down, but he didn't expect Lackey to be there, excuse me. Chad gets a 2 for 1 there going through 3 and 4. He's your new leader at the line, Connor.
Watch Bachman on the top here. He is going to get that high side rolling, and I wouldn't be surprised if he passes these guys on the top here.
4 drivers, 4 different lanes here for your top 4. Pretty unbelievable. Bachman going to the tippy top. Lackey on the way inside. Barker about a half a groove up and Moore running the middle. Right now, it's a lot of give and take here from 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as Lackey starting to run away with this thing.
We are side by side as Barker edges out Moore Sr., but Moore Sr. gets the momentum down the backstretch.
And you can see Barker, he drives it in so deep on the bottom, but he just doesn't have that corner exit speed. Moore pulling him back here, and Bachman just trying to find a way around the both of them here, but he can't. As, man, that is such a tough spot to be, Connor. You've been there more times than not. Quicker possibly than those 2 guys in front of you, but just nowhere to go.
Sometimes you just got to ride the wave and wait for one of them to make a mistake, and you got to pounce on it.
We go on the nose here, the 007. Oh, man, he got to the inside. Almost got into that 513, who finally clears Brian Moore Sr. Can Bachman do it? No, he can't. Can't slam the door shut. Brian Moore, too strong on the outside is the 66. Oh, Bachman, contact, goes around. He loses 1. Can he straighten it up? He clips the wall. He's going to lose that spot to Chris Alvey. Is the battle for 2nd still on, but Chad Lackey through 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to win heat race number 3. Battle on for 2nd. It's Jeff Barker, Brian Moore Sr., Alvey, Bachman, Walters, and Weslowski. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
Little over 30 seconds for the boys to beat up the racetrack here in your Village House Coffee Big Block Modifieds season finale. Can Joseph Grandy hold off William Watson, or can the 23 overcome an 8-point deficit and find himself the Big Block Modified season champion once again? Let's find out as we get set to go play in the clay here at the Lernerville Speedway. Rounding out the field, the 25 of Brett Weslowski. Row 10 to the outside, the 074 of Peter Bryce. To the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 9 to the outside, the 207 of Terry Walters. To the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. Row 8 to the outside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. To the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 7 to the outside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 6 to the tippy top, the 096 of Chris Alvey. To the inside, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Row 5 to the outside, the 518 of your point leader, 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. To the inside, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. Row 4 to the outside, the 035 of Connor Ross. To the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. In row 3 to the tip top, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. To the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 2 to the outside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. To the inside, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Row 1 for your Village House Coffee Big Block Modified A main at the Lernerville Speedway. To the outside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. And starting on the pole, the 23, the man in P2 in points, Bart William Watson. As we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, we take a look to the PA sky. The green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Your A main is underway. William Watson got to assert his dominance. His man, I just saw a huge strike of lightning outside my house, and I'm wondering if maybe that was the internet issues. It's all making a little bit of sense now. Oh man, big pile up, no caution flag waves. I choked on what I saw. The 213 kind of got shoved around here. Okay, we've got to find this because the 213 not showing up on, there we go. We caught the end of it. So he gets a shot. Now let's go up top. It looked like it was from Butters. Here, let's see. Yeah, Butters just not able to lift out of that in time. And, I mean, it's definitely, 213's coming up the racetrack, but it's one of those, you'd hear me or Dean say, live to race another day. And see, it gets them both kind of caught up into this. And Barker gets a piece, and then you see Jeff Sharp, he gets it. Just a lot of cars here getting sucked up into it, and that's kind of what you expect there. I mean, you're pack racing up towards the front, and man, holy crap! I opened up the window. It's like It's like I live in Taiwan or something. I've got a monsoon going on outside. So, yeah, we'll probably blame that for the internet hiccups.
You have to.
Yeah, dude, that's... You know what sucks about that, Connor? Is the damn snow just melted, and my dog already tracks mud into the house, and now tomorrow, man...
Our dog came in, and it was terrible.
Dude, I know that obviously we need the rain, you know? Rain makes the food grow, but dang it.
Yeah.
I don't want any of it right now. So we're getting set to go back racing here. Should be on lap number 3 this time. By as the 23 drops the hammer, we are back underway. Tough restart there for a couple guys middle on back, but it's like Connor Ross. He's one of the first guys wedged. He's single file, but now he goes to the outside, invites 3 wide underneath. But man, what a run for the 35. And tell you what, I think Brian Moore Sr., he goes around. Caution flag waves. And I couldn't tell if he got some help. See the point leader underneath him right now. So I think more. And that's, man, that could be the difference here. I mean, we've seen it in seasons past where it literally can come down to incident points. And Brian's coming down as Grandy's coming up. I mean, you can't blame either one of the guys there. Grandy probably wanting to think that Brian's, going to run that outside, and kind of surprised there too. If we look at this, Brian may have locked up the brakes. Because, I mean, obviously Grandy doesn't want to damage the car, but after this contact, this almost may have straightened up more. But you see it, it just kind of locks down. I think he's on the brakes. He doesn't want to slide up in front of anybody. Does the right thing there, and caution flag waves. We'll restack them here, and I'm telling you, it looks like an apocalypse is going on behind my computer screen. So if you would lose me permanently, just know that I did not bail. That Mother Nature won tonight. Hopefully I make it through the broadcast, then it just kicks me out while I'm trying to race. Because, I mean, realistically, that would probably be doing everybody else a favor. Less chance they get wrecked out there. William Watson set to bring the field back to the green flag. It looked like Michael Vitale, that 213. I mean, we saw him in that early incident. I can't tell, man, as we're back underway. That thing may have a little bit of front end damage. Looked like it wasn't necessarily steering straight. It's not going to be easy to tell here now that they're back underway. Mike Brewer going to try to go to work on the wounded duck, though. The 213 on the outside. Brewer trying to tightrope the bottom. Meanwhile, Dino letting it scream. Top shelf. Connor Ross lets the point leader go on by. Probably a smart move here because that man is hungry. He is going to be ripping and a roaring to get to the back of that 23 machine. Mike Brewer, can he give his teammate that buffer? Brewer slides up into P2, and that could be huge. Now, obviously, Brewer going to try to win this thing. Now, he's not going to cut his teammate any huge break, but I would think that Mike Brewer may be going to race William Watson a little easier than Michael Vitale is. As the caution flag waves yet again here at the Lernerville Speedway. And I think it's Brian Moore Sr. involved again. So he's got no left front tire. There's a 25 goes around, but I feel like the caution flag had already waved at that point in time, right? Yeah, lights are on right there. So that's just kind of a stack up after. Do we see anything? I hate to do the Unreal thing here. Was it Adam? No. Maybe they just didn't like how slow Moore was going. I don't know. I didn't see anything there to warrant a caught. Oh. Well, Wazowski came back onto the track there. Michael Vecchio. So getting some contact there. He goes around. And I don't know if I think they're done. Couldn't tell if we were going to get some more extracurriculars there or not. But the lights do go off on the pace car, and William Watson right now, I don't know. Patrick's going to be the man, as you know, he chimed in with the Clay 1x5. I think Patrick's probably still around. He's going to have to let us know because, you know, this, I don't know what Grandy's worst week is, what drop would be. Obviously, William would keep a win here if he stands this. So we'll have to see how it finishes out as we have 21 laps to go this time by. We clicked the wrong button, click scenic cameras. They aren't going to do us no good right now as Barker tries to put that thing on the bottom step of the podium. The 513. I mean, boy, oh boy. He is rolling it, man, down there on the bottom, making it work. Not a lot of guys doing it down there. Grandy tried, and you can see he gave up on it, goes back, shuts the door on Connor Ross. He rolls the outside and got a lot of single file here. That's not what Grandy's going to want to hear over the PA. Wants to hear side-by-side racing, and man, those front four starting to pull away. Grandy gets the run on Barker. Move 100 grand inside the top five. Connor Ross trying to gather the rope here and lasso the 518. Pull himself on by Barker. He does. Connor Ross into P6. Oh, Dino up and over. Came back down on the track. Bachman paid the price there. But Grandy, man, I don't know where he hit the horseshoe, but he is gripping that rosary tighter than he has all season. The 518 needs to get up there to P2. We know he has incident points here tonight. Single file all throughout the field. You see Bryson Flieger, the first side-by-side here, and they're a ways back. Adam trying to roll that top shelf, but Brees so good on the bottom. Lots of tack there going down the front, or the backstretch, excuse me. As Brewer, he blinked there for a second, thought he maybe went up and over, but instead he's starting to reel in his teammate here. Oh, William may have clipped that front stretch wall. Brewer's there. Did he come to play? 12 laps to go this time by. That 390 is there, man. What is he going to do with it? He goes to the bottom. He says, let's mix it up a little. Come on. Brewer to the inside. Can he pull even? Not this time. Grandy trying to find a way to work around Michael Vitale. He's got Connor taking peeks on his inside too. Grandy throws it down in there. Slide job for third. Vitale coming back, throwing Thor's hammer at him. Grandy cuts back underneath. Oh boy, they almost touch. Connor looking at the discount tab here. Can he get a 2-for-1? Not going to be able to do it this time. Grandy goes to the outside, shuts the door. He holds on to P3 at the line. Now what Grandy needs is a big old piece of yellow laundry to start waving in the air to reel in these front two. As William Watson continues to hold the lead, he's starting to play it safe now. Ran the middle through 3 and 4. Brewer follows him into 1 and 2. Seven more trips around the Pennsylvania Moon here in Sarver, PA. William Watson doing a great job here, playing some good defense. He's taken away that line that Mike Brewer has made so useful here. Does Brewer choose to go to the outside? He does. He's finally going to do something a little different here. Now he's going to try to run that cut down, but he can't get there. Connor Ross making the moves here, trying to get into P4. He does. Vitali, though, and Vitali looking to throw it in. He leaves Connor a lane. 4 laps to go this time by Mike Brewer. He's got to do it soon if he wants to make the move, or he may be okay with just running P2. We'll have to see. They are reeling in lap traffic, though. Not sure if it will be a factor. The 25 gets low and out of the way. He's down in the infield. Not going to factor out into this race. 2 laps to go for your leader, William Watson, this time. Oh, Brewer took a peek on the bottom, but man, that's all he could do was take a peek. Not enough momentum to try to throw it by. White flag waves, one more trip around. William Watson, does he cap the season with a win and a championship? We will have to find out, but it's the final time through 3 and 4. William Watson gets it done in your Village House Coffee Big Block Modified season finale. He takes home the checkered flag. Brewer P2, and Grandy rounds out the podium.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, that's why I was just about to talk to you, Connor. That's a pretty good run there, man. Up 4 spots, started 8th. I mean, you can't complain.
No, that's the best run I've had in a long time. Just glad I followed Grandy through that one, and I knew he was in there for points, so I thought about throwing a slide job, and I said, as much as I wanted to, I figured I've matured over the few years of iRacing. I'm like, I'll let him have this one.
Probably the smart move there. Definitely, I would say the smart move. Now I stare at the... I wonder if Patrick's going to write it in my chat or the Coast to Coast chat. I'll try to keep an eye on both. Here's YouTube telling me I was a little behind again. I don't like that. Didn't shut off this time. Man, oh man. All right, these guys just gonna have to wait a second here. Be patient, because this is obviously champions going last. So I mean, maybe it works out that way. Connor, you should go down to the waiting room. Just ask them. Do they know who won? You can come back up here and tell me. This was a close points battle. Like I say, there's 8-point difference, and it's really, I mean, he got the 8-point difference tonight. I know he did, because we saw Grandy make some contact there, so he's not going to get the incident point bonus. But it's just what weeks are dropped for who and when. Still, yep.
They're talking about it now, because Grandy was ahead, and they were just talking about drop night, so they aren't 1,000% sure. So, yeah, that's what you want on championship night, though, is to not know who won the championship. Those are always the best ones.
Oh no, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. I'm just wondering, maybe Spangler, he may be on kid duty right now, so. We'll have to see. We'll give it another minute or two here. Or you know what? It's going to be a little out of ordinary, but I don't think he'll be offended by this. But Mike, hey, I'm going to pull you up first just because we don't really know what's going on. And no offense, you didn't win the championship, but you did have a hell of a good run tonight, man.
Wow. That's all. No, just kidding.
Now, now obviously, you know, dude, I mean, you can be honest with you. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, that's your teammate in front. You know what he's racing for. So you're not necessarily going to give him the win, man, but, you know, you're going to make him – you're going to – I wouldn't say – you're not going to make him work as hard, you know, as you maybe normally would. You took a couple moves, but at the end of the day, man, he was just smooth in that defensive line. Could there have been anything we'd done to get around him?
I'll just leave it at this. I had a car to win.
Yeah, it seemed like you reeled him in there, but like now, like I say, but you gotta. That's where when you're sitting in the car, I mean, are you weighing the risks there in the helmet? Because obviously, we both know how you got to get that done. You got to slide across that nose, and I mean, was that something maybe you know? Hey, I'm not racing for the trophy. You know, I'm gonna just keep the gloves on tonight.
Yeah, I left some horsepower out there. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, no, yeah, it was a good race.
Well, I don't know. We still don't know who won, so keep talking, Brewer. I mean, is there any? Well, what are we thinking about for next season? Do you think we can go out here and become the champion?
I'm gonna shoot for that. You know, I haven't really been big into committing myself to running weekly for points. Just a lot of stuff going on, you know, family and work and different things. But come you know, in a couple weeks when we start the new season, I really think I'm gonna shoot out the run for points. Because I haven't done that ever really. You know, I just show up. You know, if I can make it, I make it. If I can't make it, I don't. You know, I just race to have fun. But I think at this stage in the game, I'm gonna shoot for a couple championships.
Now, is there a car, you know, next season between the small blocks and big blocks that if you know, had the choice, the championship would mean more to you in one of those cars, or are you going to attack them both the same?
I think I'm going to attack them both the same, but if I had to choose, I would really think big block just because I enjoy racing them so much more than 358s. I look at the 358 like 602 crate racing, you know. They're just so evenly matched, and with the competition we have with the coast to coast guys, it's extremely hard to pass. So if you don't qualify or invert good, you know, it's just like follow the leader. I mean, unless you get lucky with wrecks, but definitely big block because the driver can come out on that. I mean, everybody knows it's a fixed setup, but you know, when the slack tricks or slicks off towards the end of the night, driver plays a lot more role with the big block than the 358.
Well, Mike, you know, you put on good show here, man. You flex the muscles a little bit, but when it came time, you know, you let your teammate kind of hog that spotlight a little bit, and that's what a good teammate does, man. Hell of a job, yep. Mike. Congrats on the P2, man, and I wish you the best of luck next season. But before you get out of here, final time with me this season, brother. You got anybody you want to thank?
Hell of a job, Shaggy. You know, you do a fantastic job. So hopefully we see you back there next year. You and there's Shaggy TV. So I'll maybe get you a bigger spot on the car. We'll see what happens with the lettering guy. But Uncle Ron, Aunt Kelly, got to give her a shout out because I got in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. Love you. All the guys over there at FTM, Village House Coffee, Expert Insulation. My wife for sure for letting me do this. You know, she's a godsend. So. My kids, maybe, who knows, here in a couple of years, you might see my kid out here racing with me. So, yeah, and everybody else out there watching.
Well, hey, hell of a job, Mike. Congratulations, man, and good luck. Okay, that took way longer than 15 seconds, and I'm going to be honest with you. We still don't know, but I was talking to Joe a little bit, and he thinks he missed a couple races this season, like I thought he did too. And if it's going to count this race tonight, I would think is, I mean, Joe, it's probably not going to sting you too much. From talking to you down there, I don't think he even really knew how close the points were, but man, a good run to the end of the season. And let's just be honest. I mean, big hiccup in that heat race, none of your doing, and that kind of put you on the back foot there. And I mean, you got up to third, I want to say, with 15, 16 to go, but then the damn caution flag quit flying, and you just kind of had to just bide your time there, do what you could do.
Yeah, like I said, I had no idea. I didn't even think I was close to being in the points race, but you know, of course, he gets put in the same heat as me. We're starting next to each other, and I was in good position to get around him on turn 1 and 2, and you know, things happen. But yeah, you know, Lernerville, I thought it would be more around the top than what it was, but luckily Dean fell off. That got me a little closer, and by the time I was in third, they were too far ahead for me even do anything.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you kind of said that because it didn't catch me as off guard as much in the mods, man. But the fact that, you know, I mean, I guess it maybe was the fastest place to be at the end, but kind of like a little combo line there in the middle. I saw the leaders running in 1 and 2. But man, did that really catch you off guard that, you know, the top side just, it really wasn't there in either race tonight, it didn't seem like?
Not really. The track wasn't worn in as much in the big blocks. It never is because you don't get, you know, the whole half-hour practice of people running the track in. But so there's too much there in the middle. But I mean, it makes for good racing, so you know, I don't mind.
Well, hey, man, at the end of the day, any race you're in, man, it seems like you put on a hell of a show, Grandy. That's why you're one of my favorites, man. I hate racing with your ass because I can never beat you. But, man, you are so much fun to watch. It doesn't matter what they put you in, a UMP, a midget. I don't care if it's a go-kart when iRacing comes out with those. You're going to be quick in one of them, too. Hell of a job. Great season, and only a couple points short from the Shaggy math here. But got anybody you want to thank here for the final time?
Yeah, Aiden Overak, Raise the Bar, Catalytic Recovery, Pinkle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highlight Cinematography, Shaggy TV, Reckless
Oh,
Raps.
no way. I'm cutting you off real quick. You're not going to believe this, Grandy.
When I take
you guys are tied, brother.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how they're going to what the tiebreaker is. Yeah, but Patrick wrote in my thing. He's sending it to the admins right now. Yeah, you guys tied. So go ahead with that. Thanks. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but man, that's awesome.
I finished anyway. We can rock, scissors, papers for it. Whoever wins gets it.
Well, hey, man, you know, we'll have to see if he's up for it, but that sounds like a good idea, man. A great season. And, well, hey, now you get to leave a little cheerful or a little happier. We'll see how this is scored, man, but good luck.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
And, well, now we'll pull him in with the news. I don't know. Did you hear the news?
No.
So Patrick wrote, I have no idea. I really don't. I should, I guess, be invested in that rule book. You guys are tied.
We tied? That's crazy.
You guys are tied. So I have no idea what I think. I'm almost certain in the Coast to Coast rule book, actually, the tiebreaker is incident points, right? Why else would I be thinking that? That's got to be a thing. Let me look at incident points.
I don't know.
You have less than him. No, it wouldn't. You have 0.05 incidents per lap, and he is at 0.074. So you would win that tiebreaker. Actually, as far I'm pretty sure that's still the rule because I think it came down to that before. So I'm almost certain 90%, William. But yeah, you should be the champion, man.
That's crazy. I wasn't even going for it this season.
No,
I was just out here running.
Yeah, and you know, how close did we there? Because I saw you kissed the wall one time going down the front stretch. Was it close to an incident point? Because man, if you grab that, you know, you lose then.
The right rear kicked up. I didn't even know it was that close, and it kicked up. So
It was close.
Yo.
What's up, Dane?
Dino, am I right? Is it a tiebreaker with incident points?
Yeah, incident points.
And William wins.
Bart wins, and actually he had more wins than Grandy too, because I want to switch it to that. But yep, Bart's your champion.
There we go, William. It's official, brother.
Good run, brother.
Appreciate it.
Well, now so this is 2 seasons in a row now, right?
Yeah, that was the whole reason I really wasn't shooting for it. I'm a team player and all the way around, so I wasn't going to try and get as many wins as I could. I was just going to stay consistent the whole season. I even missed a couple races. My daughter was playing basketball. I was in here for a 358 race and had to leave for the big block. So, I was just running, just having fun, racing with the guys. Early in the season, I didn't really think I was going to even have a chance to even do it anyways because it seemed like everybody was out for me. I was getting beat up a little bit, and that kind of toned down. We started having some good races going on. So,
yeah, I mean, definitely, those first couple weeks, I mean, no secret, I hang out with you guys. The frustrations were there. I mean, you're kind of getting beat around, not really letting the finishes add up. But I mean, I would kind of ask you how you were feeling, but after really a true up and down season, man, I mean, it started so downhill and you really had to pick it up. And the fact that you came out champion after all that, is it more satisfying?
I don't know. I mean, looking back on the race and then now finally realizing that Mike didn't have a win this season, I wish he'd just passed me because I know he's holding back. So I mean he had a good run on me a couple of times and but he was being a team player. So
yeah, hey, but yeah, the deal, man. And I've raced with you before. Hell, we were teammates for a while, and that's one of those. What goes around comes around, man. You're always good to your teammates, and you're not pushing the envelope when you don't need to, and it's nice, having that come back around to reward you. So, man, congratulations! What a season, William. You're the champion. Who we want to thank for the final time?
Teammates at FTM, Swan Speed Shops, Stu Pro Performance, GripX.com, Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphics for the wraps, Village House Coffee. Coast to Coast for putting on the league. It's a great league. I mean, I've been in and out of this league, and I like where it's going and where it's at right now. And of course for you for broadcasting.
Well, hey man, congratulations! You're the champ, brother. Enjoy it, and hopefully you can go for the three-peat next year. Give him hell.
I appreciate it.
William Watson, he's your champion. I'm throwing it to break, and then I'm finally going to pull Adam up and let him take over, and I'm going to try to hop in the race car. I'm Zach Chapman from Shaggy TV, thanking Village House Coffee, Hawks Garage there, Uncle Ron. Man, without you guys, I don't get to do this all season, so I appreciate the hell out of you guys for that. This is so much fun, and hopefully we can pick up sponsorship to do it again next season. But I'm Zach Chapman for the final time. Saying so long. Have a good one.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
right, good luck to you out there on track. Hey, no problem. All right, here we are at... Oh, it is Lernerville, duh. Lernerville is where we've been all night. And we're here with myself, broadcasting of the League Farm TV. We get set here with your qualifying shortly here. Definitely feel bad for the incident that happened during the Consi on the 358s tonight. I did apologize over the Discord chat, but I'll apologize here too. Sorry, Vitaly, for getting into you there. That was not intentional. Was not the line I wanted, but Lernerville gave me another thought process to that whole thing. But here tonight, we got looks to be 10 drivers here coming out. We see you got Chapman out there. Shaggy TV says he's going to try to stay awake for this race. We'll see if that does stay true. We got the Wriggle Wrap Dirt Pro late models coming up here to you. They start their qualifying right now here. We see Peter Bryce coming there out of the pits. See who else comes on out. Come on now. Give me what I need. There we go. There's the 74 Bryce. Out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, it looks like. He comes down that back straightaway. See if he gets up there to that outside line. So it's about the middle of the track right now. Grandy out there putting down a heater of a lap there to start things off. See if that holds true here as he rolls there through 1 and 2. Watching Peter here right now. He rolls there through 3 and 4. Right there through the middle. Now coming here off across the line. He'll have a 14.866, but that's not going to be enough to beat Grandy. And Grandy's out there, the 14.501. And you see more times coming in. Guru out there at 075, or rather the 75T. There with a 14.650. Matt Barber out there in a 16. Sitting there with a 15.637 at the moment. We'll see if he can improve that time here. Off 3 and 4 down across the start-finish line. And we'll see what Barber gets. No better time. He will have a 15.637. Chapman comes out, sitting 5th right now with a 15.301. He lays down that time there across the start-finish line. See if he gets any better. Does not get any better there. So his time will be at 15.301 there in that Regal Wrap and Designs Shaggy TV late model here tonight. Hey, Bryce still trying to get a couple laps in here. Get comfortable in that pro late model here tonight. You watched the limited lates last night where Dean Reynolds took the championship in that. We'll see here what the point says here for your pro late models here on Thursday night. Jeff Sharp leads the way, but is not here on the grid tonight with 605 points. Trevor Guru sitting in second with 522. William Watson in third. Now, Trevor Guru, he is here tonight, actually starting here in heat number 1. And we'll have 2 heats here tonight. First one will go and set your inside grid for the main event. Here for Billings Motorsports out there on pole is going to be the number 66 of Chad Lackey. Starting out there on pole, Zach Chapman rolls out there for Gambler Motorsports on that outside lane, driving at number 72. Row number 2 on that inside line for Full Throttle Motorsports, Trevor Guru in the 075. There starts third, Joseph Grandy in the 518 will roll up there in front. Brett Wazlowski there in 5th, rolling off there in the number 25. That is your heat number 1 starting grid as you watch them come out there on track. See how these drivers get ready here. Lights are out. We'll see if that pace car pulls up this time or if we take one more time around. Pace car is pulling off. They will be going green as they come out of 4. 8 laps the distance here for your Regal Wraps and Designs Dirt Pro late models. On that high side, watch them come down there off the corner. There we go. They start and away. Brett Wazlowski not out there for the grid as they see the top 4. Whoa, hang on to Chapman. Chapman way up there. You watch Brandy get a heck of a run there coming there through off the corner in that 518. Guru out there in front. In that 75T, seems to just never look back, and he got a great start. But up there into the lead, and now hangs on to it. Chapman back here in third, down here along the bottom side. As these four drivers, yes, there's only four, but man, are they tight here going around 1 and 2. 6 laps to go off of corner number 2, down that back straightaway. Brandy there to the inside of Guru, can't quite get there, gets it up on that berm. Going to try to help rotate the front of that machine as they work through 3 and 4. Now back here, off turn number 2, down that back straightaway. 5 laps to go as they work here into 3 and 4. Chad Lackey back here in third. Chapman in fourth. Ends up off the top side of the racetrack. Going to end up going and done there. As you watch Guru come there off turn number 2. Grandy there in second. Lackey there in third. Kozlowski is not out there either. So now we're down to the top 3. As Chapman's there in pit lane. And oh boy, I don't know what's going on here with my back. But it is not happy right here behind my left lung. Making it hard to talk and breathe here tonight for some reason. But I'm not going anywhere. We got a job to do. We got racing action to happen. As you watch come there out of turn number 2. 2 laps to go for Trevor Guru. Down that back straightaway here in the 3 and 4. Grandy there second. Lackey there third. There you watch Guru off the top side. There comes Grandy. Who's it going to be here? Guru gets the win here, and he is the point leader, or was second in points rather, as Jeff Sharp did not come here to play tonight. So unofficial results here for heat number 1 coming your way in just a moment. As you see that 75T of Trevor Guru get that win there in heat number 1. Here is your results, if it would come up here. Trevor Guru out there getting that win. Joseph Grandy there in second. Chad Lackey third. Zach Chapman gets fourth. Brett Weslowski did not take the grid and finishes fifth there. All right, here we go. Heat number 2 on the grid. As these drivers head on out here. You see Sam Buckman starts out there on pole for FTM. In that 007 who is outside. Matt Barber in the number 16. Or Tester Mechanical, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Team Outlaw Motorsports, Peter Bryce there in the 074. Starts inside row number 2 in third. Jeff Barker for K&M Racing Team starts on the outside there in the 513. William Watson there in fifth and up 23 for FTM. Oh, here we go, getting ready to fire them off. As they come here out of 4, green flag is out there, down and away. Here, let the dirt sling through 1 and 2. As you got the 74 there, Peter Bryce on the bottom. The 007 of Sam Bachman up there at the top side. Got a little loose. Oh no, contact there with the 513 of Jeff Parker as they slide it on through out of turn number 4. Back down through turn 1 and 2. 10 drivers took the registration here tonight. 5 in heat 1, 5 in heat 2. Watson back here in third. Parker down there running fourth right now. Bachman in fifth. Ended up sliding all the way back from that front row. Now you watch Matt Barber out there. Peter Bryce. William Watson trying to work his way around that top side of Peter Bryce. They roll there through the front straightaway. Up there against that top side. Hanging on to it. Look out, here they go. You got the 23 FTM down that back straightaway of William Watson. Trying to hang on to second. Can't quite get there as of yet. There you see Jeff Parker, the 007 of Sam Bachman. 4 laps to go for Matt Barber, who's currently leading the way. As you see Watson getting his nose out there. Can he hold on to it? There as Bryce down there to the bottom. Gets that berm, gets it turned, and it's still going to be Watson to the line as they work through 1 and 2 once again. Matt Barber out there in the 16 machine. The 23 there, Watson, Bryce back here in third. Parker in fourth, Bachman there in fifth. As they roll it out of turn 4, back out there through 1 and 2. The 16 of Matt Barber rolling down the laps here. Coming out of turn 4, 1 more lap to go here in your heat 2, which sets your outside grid of your main event here tonight. rolling there off turn 1 and 2 down that back straightaway. Watson there second. Bryce there third. Matt Barber coming here out of turn 4. Up there across the stripe, and he gets the win here in heat number 2 of your Pro Late Models here, brought to you by Regal Wraps and Designs this Thursday night Thunder. Championship night here at Coast to Coast Racing League. Last night of racing before we head into our kind of off week, or week 13 fun week. And here we go. Here is your Heat 2 results. Oh, that's not the button. Button, who's got the button? Here we go. Here's your Heat 2 results. Matt Barber out there gets the win. William Watson second. Peter Bryce there third. Jim Parker fourth. Sam Buckman fifth. We'll be back after these short messages from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. Your heat or your main event of the Pro Late Models coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style. Style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. From simple statements, artful accents, views of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
All right, we're here with your main event from the Regal Wraps and Designs Pro Late Ball. Trevor Garou is starting out there on pole, fighting for that championship here tonight for Full Throttle Motorsports. Started at 075, currently out there on that pole, as we said. To his outside, Matt Barber in the number 16. And then in row number 2 on that inside lane for Raise the Bar, the 518 of Joseph Grandy will be starting there in third. William Watson in the number 23 for FGM out there on the outside of row number 2. starting fourth. Chad Lackey starts inside row number 3 with for Billings Motorsports in the number 66 to his outside. Peter Bryce there in the 074 for Team Outlaw Motorsports. Inside row number 4, that's going to be the 72, Zach Chapman with Jeff Barker to his outside there in the 513. Sam Bachman there in the 007 rolls off for Full Throttle Motorsports here tonight in the 9th spot. Back here in row number 5, Brett Kozlowski not taking a grid here tonight. Green flags in the air. Here we go. 30 laps the distance here tonight at Lernerville as they come through turn 1 and 2. Down that back straightaway, you see the 518 at Grandy getting a great run down there on that bottom side. As you watch the 75T there of Trevor Guru gets out there and whoa, hang on to it. Grandy gonna end up falling back here a little bit. Here comes Watson now up there in the top. It began, and where did he come from? Zach Chapman working his way up there through the middle of the pack right now. Up 2 spots, up, well, maybe 3 from where he started. It began, hang on to it. Bringing it on down there through turn 3 and 4. He's got the 74 there. Up Peter Bryce down there below him as they work there off turn number 4. Back through 1 and 2. Grandy there still trying to battle his way up there towards the front. As they work there down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Watson there on his inside trying to get that 3rd spot. As Barber's up there in 2nd. Guru hangs on there to the lead. Chapman still trying to find that grip to get up there around Watson. Can't quite find it yet. As he works there through 3 and 4. Gets a good run there through the middle of 3 and 4 right now. As you see this 007 of Peter Bryce working his way through. Chad Lackey in the pits. Unsure exactly what happened to him. As they work down that back straightaway here, 25 laps to go at Lernerville. Coming around here, going to be 24 as they come across the line. Trevor Guerrero leads the way. Barber there 2nd. Grandy there 3rd. Watson there in 4th. That's Chapman. Works his way down there on the bottom side. And oh no, we got him tangled up there on the bottom side of the speedway coming out of turn number 2. That is Bachman, Jeff Barker, and Peter Price all gathered up there as the main leaders coming around here out of turn number 2. Down that back straightaway, they all stay down there. Well, no scratch yet. They're going to try to battle it out here just ahead of the leaders. This could get interesting here as they come down through in the 1 and 2. I saw Bryce, Bachman, and Barker getting together there. You see Barker back there in 8th. Bachman there 7th, and Bryce back here in 6th. You got the leaders coming there getting to the back bumper. Well, I guess not quite yet, but the leaders are working their way up there towards them. Down through the back straightaway, 21 laps to go from Lernerville for your Regal Raptor Design Dirt Pro late models here at Thursday Night Thunder. Championship night on the line here tonight. As they battle for the points, Guru trying to get that out there in front as you watch Barber up there on that high side, slinging that dirt off the cushion here at Lernerville as they work now there through turn 1 and 2. Randy up there on that top side, there's Watson. And along with Shaggy TV working his way there through turn 3 and 4, sitting there in 5th. So not a bad run here tonight for Shaggy as he works there off the front stretch into turn 1 and 2. Looking there at Trevor Guru in the 75T. 1 speed shot, both running motorsports machine working there off turn number 4. Down that front straightaway, Barber there in 2nd. Brandy there 3rd. Watson back there in 4th. Up on that top side, trying to hang on to it there as he rolls it on down through. Trying to make that top side work here at Lernerville tonight. Trying to make sure he doesn't get it too sideways. Keep that thing as straight as possible. Try to keep that aerodynamics working for you as they work there off to it. Oh no, Brandy's up off the back side of the back of the racetrack here at Lernerville. Brings it back on. Nobody's around them there, so that'll help them gather it back up. Here as he comes down off a turn of 4. Brandy falls back into 4th. Chapman not too far behind him as they work there off turn number 2. 15 laps to go up there on that high side. Matt Barber as he keeps working on down here. Look out, lap traffic could become an issue here for Guru and Barber as they work on through there. Bryce and Barker trying to battle it out to see who has the fastest line there. And Barker's down there on the bottom. He's going to stay there most likely to let the leaders around on that outside. And he will as Guru gets to his outside. Down there off turn number 3 and 4. Bryce now gonna fall victim there as well. As Guru gets underneath him coming there out of turn 2. But Bryce don't want to really hang on to it as you see Guru giving him a tap saying, I'm here, get me around. Off turn number 4, Barber now stuck behind the lap traffic. And Bryce up into the outside wall there in turn number 1. Barber gets around him now as your front 2 put him a lap down. Watson back here in a 3rd, gets around him as well. Randy back here in a 4th. Bryce sitting there underneath. Zach Chapman worked there off too. 10 laps to go. Now you want to work there off turn number 4. 9 laps. 9 laps to go here for the 75T and Trevor Guru. Matt Barber there in 2nd. Watson there 3rd. Joseph Randy, and you know what, Zach? I think it's this Pennsylvania weather we got going on right now that is a problem for us. You know, I heard you cough a little bit through your broadcast. Now my throat's catching up with me here in mine. I blame this Pennsylvania weather. As Chapman's back here in a bit. Guru there out front leads the way. Barber 2nd, Watson there 3rd, Randy back here 4th. As you see Chapman in a bit. Great job so far by these drivers. 7 laps to go at Lernerville before we end the night out here. Down there on the bottom of 3 and 4, you see Barber up there on the top side. Watson as well as they working on out there. Trying to figure out who won the first races here tonight. Looks like Watson got the big block. The 518 got the small block. So 3 different winners here tonight, possibly. As Guru's out there in the front, Barber in 2nd, Watson 3rd. Hey, Watson work off the corner, down through the front straightaway. 4 laps to go here at Lernerville as they start to stack up a little bit here. As Barber looks to see if he can get a bit of a grip here to get on through there. And they work off turn 4 up on that high side. That is the quickest way around here. As you see, they're not quite pushing turn 1 all the way up yet. And some of them aren't pushing turn 3 and 4 all the way either. As you're watching them there through 3 and 4. Barber pushed it all the way up though. Now you're watching there Watson all the way up. Keeping a hold of it. Not sure if he was going to keep it on the track or not, as that is how high they are. A little upset there from Watson to Barber. Watson gets underneath him there. White flag in the air for Trevor Guru in that 75T, working down that backstretch. Final time here at Lernerville for the winter season of Coast to Coast. They work it on out here. Off turn 4, and Trevor Guru gets the win here at Lernerville, here for your championship night at Lernerville. We'll see if that's good enough to put them into the top of the standings as they come in. And we'll wait to see how exactly that plays out. Great race up front. They're coming off the corner. Man, oh man, what a race. Guru getting that win. Pulls it down there onto the middle infield of Lernerville. Bring it up there to victory lane. Well deserved there tonight for that Full Throttle Motorsports 75T. As Full Throttle Motorsport takes it there in 3rd as well, with William Watson as the number 23. Not sure who Barber has for a team. We'll have to figure that out. But great job there tonight. For those top 3, we'll get here with your results. Here's your main results tonight. Trevor Guru takes home your victory win here tonight at Lernerville with Matt Barber there in 2nd, Watson there 3rd, Joseph Grandy in 4th, Zach Chapman 5th, Sam Bachman 6th, Peter Bryce there in 7th, Jeff Barger in 6th, Chad Lackey in 9th. Yeah, Jeff Barger 8th, Chad Lackey there 9th, Brett Weslowski there in 10th, not taking the grid at all tonight. All right, now we'll go and get with your winners here tonight. Watson comes home in third. Good evening there, Watson. How's it going?
Good about you, bud.
I'm doing well, and man, you guys really battled it hard out there on the top of that racetrack, just trying to find that grip here tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the grip was at. I think Sam found something late in the middle. But my goal right there was just to put pressure on Matt there and see if he would make a mistake, give me the spot, or just have enough pressure to let my teammate win, you know? So it was good racing all around. Everybody held their lines, and everybody's fast.
Yeah, it definitely went past. No cautions here in the Pro Late models, unlike what we saw in the big blocks.
That's the way I like it. Well, sometimes.
It's the way we like it, too, most of the time.
Sometimes. If it's a long race, I need to break every now and then.
That's true. The only thing with the brakes is, can you make sure you find your groove after that small caution?
Yeah. I mean, you drive these things enough, it won't even phase you.
So. But great job there tonight. You got sponsor shouts, people you want to thank?
Teammates at FTM, SWAT, Speed Shop, Super Performance, GridPacks.com, the Dirt Car Series. Trevor for running a good season this season. I think he came up short because he didn't get the qualifying. Maybe if he would have got the qualifying pole and won the race, he may have had a shot to tie and took the season championship. But good race all around. And of course, Regraphs and Designs used for broadcasting.
So you don't think Guru has it?
I mean, me and him were talking. He'd had to get the pole, possibly tie Sharp, and then that would have been a instant points tiebreaker, which they have the same instant points unless it changes after this race. Seeing as he didn't hit nobody, they would have went to overall wins probably, and Trevor would have got it. But I don't know if he's got it. I hope he does.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Because you never know until them drop weeks figure in exactly how the points are going to stack up.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
So
we'll see. But Jeff's got a pretty good lead though. So, but like I said, I hope Trevor gets it. But also, I don't know if Jeff's won a championship or not. If he hasn't, then I also hope he gets it too. So I'm 50-50 shot there.
Well, I got news for you there, Watson. Jeff Sharp held on to it by 2 points.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Trevor needed that qualified.
That's how close it was here in the Pro Late models.
That's crazy how everything was so close that we have to sit here and tally it up and wait and see who won on pretty much all divisions.
You know, if Trevor would have had just one more race even, it might have helped him.
I might have to talk with him. But he said he was going for it this season.
Well, he's got next season. I mean, because Jeff Sharp had 9 races, Trevor Guru came through with 8. So,
well, he'll get it next time around.
That's true. I mean, he gave it his all tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, congrats again there for you, William, getting that 3rd place, and hopefully we'll see you back next season as well.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Alrighty. Well, you have yourself a great night. Enjoy Week 13 Fun Week here at Coast to Coast.
You too, bud.
All right, have a William Watson. Now we'll get with Matt Barber, our 2nd place finisher. Good evening there, Matt. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. You tried to get that top line to give you that little extra grip to get up there beside Guru. Just unfortunately, that little bit down low, he ran us a little lower there a couple times, and it seemed like he was able to stay ahead of you.
Yeah, no, I was kind of just playing wingman all night for Trevor, seeing if I could get him the championship and help him out. But he had to get the pole. He had to set quick time to get that, so unfortunately he didn't get that, but he was pretty close. But yeah, it was fun following him, trying to catch him. Trevor's always fast in these things, and especially at Lernerville, so I felt pretty good keeping up with him, and I eventually started catching him there. And then, yeah, it just kind of plateaued there, and I don't know, I was pretty happy with it, so.
All right. Well, you got sponsor shots, people you want to thank?
Really just Vertex Graphics, who at the last minute, I don't know if it came through on the stream or not, it was kind of last minute. Me and Trevor both had identical wraps, just different sponsors and numbers, so that was pretty cool to have that. Never done that before with any friends, so pretty awesome to see that. And of course, Tessie Mechanical and my buddies that I race with, and you for doing the broadcast figure, and of course the C2C, and Dean Reynolds from Super Dirt Car Series.
Alrighty, well, you did a great job, and no, it didn't come through. You were driving a red and black number 16 tonight that I saw. I didn't see that you and Guru were running similar schemes.
Yeah, no, it was very last minute. I just joined the race with the red and my usual red and black one, and Tyler from Vertex just finished this one up for me, and I threw it on at the last second, so I can see it, and some other guys in the race can see it, but it sucks it couldn't come through in the broadcast, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, great job nonetheless getting that thing up there, and we'll see how well you do next season. Hopefully you're here for it.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Alrighty, have a great night. Enjoy Week 13, the fun week here at Coast to Coast.
Thank you.
All right, Matt Barber. Now we'll get with Trevor Guru. Man, oh man, how are you doing tonight, Guru?
Not bad, you?
Doing okay, but man, just 2 points short.
Yeah, man, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you did a heck of a run there tonight and got that win. And for talking to Watson, it sounded like if you would have made qualifying, you might have picked up a point there as well, but unfortunately just wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, if I qualified pole and won the race with 0x, me and Jeff would have tied, and I would have won the tiebreaker off of wins because we were also tied in incident points, so it would have went to wins, and I would have won the championship.
Yeah, it was that close. It's amazing how close these point championships have been all week. I mean, that's just a testament to how competitive you guys are here at Coast to Coast.
Yeah, I mean, what do? I mean, it's disappointing, but I don't know. I don't really got much to say right now.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be completely disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but to me, you're only 2 points back. So, I mean, that you gave it a heck of a run, and just one race shy, pretty much, is what I'm looking at. Is you were one race shy. So, hopefully next season you can have a better run at it and come out here and get the championship next season.
Yep, it would be another long one just to lose it by another point. I mean, what do you do?
Oh, the biggest thing I look at, are you having fun out there?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Well, you got sponsor shouts, people you want to thank for getting that victory here tonight at Lernerville?
Yeah, all the guys at FTM. My Canadian buddies for coming out and supporting me tonight. Matt Barber, Chad Lackey, appreciate you guys. Everyone at Coast to Coast.
Alrighty, well, congrats there, Guru, and we'll see you next season then. Enjoy Week 13, the fun week here at Coast to Coast.
Thanks.
All right. So that's Trevor Guru, your winner here tonight. Little disappointed that he didn't quite get the 2 extra points needed to tie. And that just goes to show how tight this points race is sometimes here at Coast to Coast. These drivers are so competitive. They all want they all strive to get that championship. Just unfortunate there, it sucks. I mean, if you're 50 points back, it might be a little easier to swallow, but when you're just that close, it does. It burns a little bit more, I would have to say. But great job there tonight, and we'll see how it goes next season. So thank you all for coming out, watching this season of Regal Wraps and Designs Pro Late Models here with me at Plaker Farm TV, Coast to Coast Racing Network here tonight. And we will see you next season, I guess, with the Coast to Coast. But Plaker Farm TV has some things going on that side of things, so be sure to watch for updates. Thanks again. Have yourself a great night. Enjoy your weekend.